some more dodgeball action. We've got a match between the host, Team Mexico, and Team Hong Kong coming up in the women's division. Jake, are you excited?
I'm always excited, Terry. I am always excited when it comes to dodgeball and when I get to be next to you.
I feel warm and fuzzy all over.
This is going to be a good match. I haven't seen Hong Kong play, but I have definitely been hearing the whispers. No, they've been playing really good, really strong. Mexico coming off a pretty big defeat last night. They seem pumped right now. They are ready to go. They're hyped up. They're Alexander Bustamante and Ashley Guevara are their Team Mexico hype crew, really pumping each other up. After that defeat, I talked to the team. They were just all together. It was great. The energy was great, supporting. So I'm expecting to see them kind of come crashing out as a whole new team from what we saw last night.
Yeah, this will also be my first time seeing the Hong Kong women's team in action, so looking forward to this. And right off the rush, we see an attack. Sherry Liu manages to connect. And now though, Mexico to the line. See that shot as well. And it looks like they find one in return, knocking Jasper Chan off from the Hong Kong side. So some good energy back and forth right off the hop.
There's a pause here. The players all look very confused, but the refs don't seem to be stopping the game. Everyone's shrugging. And all right, and now we get to play some dodgeball. Here we go. Captain Ashley Dixon calling it there. Evelyn Aguilar in the middle taking the shot. And you have that Hong Kong roster available?
Do I?
Do I? I would love to put this right in between us if you don't mind.
Of course.
I've messed up enough people's names today alone that I don't need any more people coming after me.
Bustamante is going to have to be the hype crew from the sideline.
She created that too.
We see Melanie Adair providing pressure from the left corner on Hong Kong. She's been a big pro for this Hong Kong team for several years.
Veteran on the world stage. Fantastic player. Oh, look at that cross court, number 26. Kim Kwan. There we go.
Kim spent a bit of time visiting Toronto a couple years ago. Got to play some drop-in dodgeball with her.
Oh, nice.
Very bubbly personality.
My favorite thing about all of this, it sounds cheesy, is when everyone gets to come together. When we hosted in Los Angeles, everyone came a little early, and I got to host everybody at WeHo Dodgeball, my local league. International Dodgeball Exchange Program is what I like to call it.
Yeah.
We sorted them all out on different teams from Hong Kong, people just everywhere, and it's just awesome. Because no matter where you are, if there's dodgeball there, then you're already like part of a family, or already part of a group. We all speak the same language, throw something at each other, and smile.
And we see some determined faces down on the court right now as Hong Kong heading back on offense. And we see that shot coming across from Savannah Yan. This is at least her second year on the team. I can't remember how far back she goes, but I do remember seeing her last year. That one bouncing just before it hits, but Adair knocked out. Now, on offense, Hong Kong 4 balls strong. We see the threat of pressure from Ashley Guevara.
If you can hear us, we might experiencing a bit of technical problems on the audio side, so hang tight real quick.
But I will keep talking as we see Kwan providing that pressure out of the corner. And now we see the play call being made from the middle. Janice So directing traffic a bit. There's a lot of fakes, waiting it out. And Guevara head out. So the patience paying off there from Team Hong Kong. And now we see the Mexican team coming forward. And they do not connect with that one. Hong Kong gathering up again. They still have 3 balls.
All right, here we go. I think there might have been some audio issues there, so I'm just talking. There we go, also. So you missed all our amazing talk about family and love.
Oh, man.
That is ridiculous, because I said great things about you, the listener, the viewer.
Specifically you.
Specifically you. Yeah, you. You know who I'm talking about.
Bustamante's shot, skipping a little low.
That is not Alexander Bustamante. That is
Whoa, whoops.
Lucy Garza.
You are correct.
That's okay.
I am incorrect.
From up here in the other game, I called several Australian and New Zealand players, other players' names. Because we have, we don't have a monitor currently, so we can't see exactly what you're seeing that well. It's a very small monitor. And also, we are about 200 feet up in the air. How many meters is that, Terry? Okay.
That's a whole bunch of meters.
A whole bunch of meters up in the air, and it is definitely tricky to see. So we go by numbers, and then we look at our sheets to see who, if we're unsure. But if we do mess up your name, just know that we did not mean that. We like you all, and is unintentional. And thank you for putting up with us.
I see. Wow, big shot right off the hop from Yen. And now Mexico with the helpfully highly color contrasted jerseys, making it easy to see who's who.
I love the Mexico jerseys. I don't think it'll come as a surprise to the audience that I have a Bustamante jersey in my bag right here. And I definitely love the Mexico jerseys. I think we got a question, which kits are your favorite? So far, I'm really loving the Mexico jersey, and I like the Malaysia jersey today. Those are, I think, my top two. What about you?
Yeah, I'm a fan of the dark green theme on the Mexican team right now for sure. Yeah, I have to admit I like. As you see a shot toward Adair. I have to admit that I also like the Malaysia jersey they're rocking today. It's hard to read the numbers on them from up here, but up close and personal, I think they're a pretty sharp design with those wavy lines, kind of making your eyes water a bit when you look at it.
I like it. Those are tears of joy.
Okay, now Mexico, they've got 4 balls again, and we saw a timeout called from the Team Mexico side.
So, timeout on the Team Mexico. We're going to see what that's about. I'm going to text down and see if we can figure that out.
Yeah, they may just be looking to gather momentum for themselves. It's 5 minutes into the first half. Both of these teams going to be looking to secure a playoff position for themselves. Only the top 4 teams in the women's division are going to make it, so these wins are getting pretty important. As both teams keep kind of huddling up, making use of that timeout time.
So I'm not sure what this huddle is. We're going to check on that. Right now it looks as if it is a timeout by Team Mexico, Coach David Poole, trying some new strategies. He's been really working on different strategies. Last night, tried something completely new, and I won't tell you all what that is. I'll let them tell you that. And our bonus content on Instagram, at World Dodgeball Federation, at World Dodgeball Federation on Instagram, and we're going to be posting some more interviews as we go. But definitely tried something new last night. It did not work for Team Mexico, unfortunately, against Malaysia. And so I think in this one, he's very quick to try something and then instantly switch it up. It's only game 2, and he's ready to adapt, and you have to be able to adapt.
And yeah, at this level of play, adaptation to your opponent's pretty important. As we see shots toward Adair getting blocked, but on the other side, Sue is hit out. And now Hong Kong to the line. They find Guevara. Looks like maybe just a tap on the fingers. If your finger's holding that blocking ball, do make contact with the incoming throw. That is an out, and obviously these players know that. And we see some rush counter coming out from Adair. But that one going a little bit high. And Mexico still too strong against the 5 on the court from Team Hong Kong. And now those throws looking to come in, threatening in multiple directions. Clean grab from Garza. She read where that throw was coming from and making the clean catch on Jasper Chan. Bringing back some help for his side. They invest a couple of balls toward Yan, who retaliates and I think maybe just put the hair on Dixon. And we are now down to a 3-on-2. Hong Kong coming to the line. Kwan directing traffic from the middle. That's 2 balls toward Garza, but sinks low and out of the way. And so Team Mexico, Garza and Solano, they elect to keep 4 balls on their side right now. I think maybe they aren't noticing that one at the back on the line. And now Hong Kong with 3, talking it out again. Adair, one of their big throws. Kwan showing a lot of pressure in the middle. And it's actually, that shot actually coming from the other player, Savannah Yan, going cross court. But it skims in before the damage is done. That throw from Garza skimming in before it gets to Melanie Adair.
So Melanie, as I think we had the audio issues earlier, Melanie is a very seasoned player. She's been on this international stage several times for representing Hong Kong since, I believe, 2013 even. I could be wrong on that, but I know it's been a while. I know she's a staple of the team. She has a lot of experience. Oh, Lucy Garza with the catch and an out bring in Alexandra Bustamante.
Yeah, Garza's shown some great catching. Already a couple in this match. And that ball from Bustamante thrown without too much force toward the team. And I think what they might be talking about, there is a rule in the WDBF rulebook saying that your throws have to actually be a real effort to eliminate someone. You can't do anything like just rolling the ball to the other side or kind of throwing some highly deliberate misses. If the referees think that you may be kind of deliberately missing just to force the other team to throw, that can be something that earns you a warning. That's just my guess right now. We don't have any mics on those referees.
Yes. Let's see. Ali Bustamante. Sorry, just chiming in here. I thought you were asking me a question. I was like, oops.
Not yet.
I was reading the questions. Ali Bustamante, new on the world stage, but not new to dodgeball. She's been playing for a long time. She's a very, very smart player, very great catcher, good thrower, fantastic human being. She's good at these. She's good at these last minute matches. She's up and she's on it, and she's on it.
Yeah, those throws coming in from Adair and Yan, able to close that point out. And Hong Kong establishing a 2-0 lead for themselves over Team Mexico here in sunny Cancun. There are about 12 minutes left in the first half. And now as those teams set up again, obviously we're sure Team Mexico is going to need to get themselves on the board soon. They're going to be looking to knock Hong Kong out. We'll see if they can do it here. Hong Kong a little quicker off the rush, and it looks like they find Solano. Hong Kong's been pretty quick to get that ball back and get it on the offensive.
They have been. They've been right away. Go. And definitely Team Mexico's going to have to adjust for that as they move forward. Oh, Aguilera, Evelyn throwing a catch. Nice catch by... now I can't see because they passed the ball off, so I wasn't quick enough. But a great catch by Hong Kong. And definitely... Evelyn has a strong arm too. She's played in the World Championships a few times in Toronto, Los Angeles, and now here. Same with Ashley Guevara, who just threw. Ashley Dixon getting caught in the legs by the corner. What's the number over there? 8, is that? Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Jasper Chan.
And that time Chan's shot missing. Garza dumps that second ball off to her teammate Bustamante. And we see a couple of balls going toward the middle. Bustamante tagged out. As Yan continues to be effective operating out of that corner. Very good decisive shots. Very accurate throws so far as well. And we see a good grab there from... Oh no, sorry, just the hit. Oh no, it is a grab.
It is a grab. Okay, I was a little confused.
Bit of hesitation from the Mexican team, maybe on just which player that's supposed to be. That's why you stand in order.
Yes.
Makes this much easier. Plus, it's in the rules.
Yes. We've got number 6 here. She is new to this. They've been the team has really been helping their 2 new players, or 2 or 3 new players, just really grow. They've been very, very supportive. It's been really cool seeing them coach and bring new people up in their ranks. But they're young too, and as Carlos was saying yesterday, they're kids. And he's a kid. But they're new, and it takes some time, and it is intimidating on this. You know, we all play a lot of dodgeball, and we think, okay, it's just a competitive dodgeball game, but it's not. You're here, you know, all eyes are on you. There's a lot of pressure to represent your country, There's a lot of talent on the other side. What you might get away with in your local league or even in your nation's premier series, you just can't. It's not the same here.
Yeah, it just feels more intense. All those factors you mentioned kind of come together to make it a crucible. And some players really thrive under that pressure. Some players take a while to really adjust to it.
And some burn.
Well, obviously. And there we see another shot off the rush. Hong Kong pretty reliably getting one out off the opening rush each time. Mexico often with the catching to make up for it, but
there was some great pressure there by number three, Liu, Sherry Liu. I was reading it backwards. By Sherry Liu, she put a great pressure on Team Mexico and messed up their coordinated attack a bit. They didn't get anyone out, but it doesn't matter because she stopped them from getting any of their team out. So when you go up and hit the line like that, the pressure, if you see Melanie right there, really pump faking and countering and doing whatever they can. That was a good hit on Hong Kong's side.
Yeah, Aguilar not able to just kind of squeeze that ball. Hong Kong adjusting their positions a little bit. Adair swapping ball back and forth a little bit with Kwan. They probably have some kind of plan there. It's like, you take the ball when this is happening, I'll take the ball back when this happens.
No, you hang up.
Yeah.
No, you hang up.
Contrast that with many leagues we play in where somebody is always that person where it's like, no, I just threw, but give me the ball.
Give me the ball. Ball.
Yeah.
Ball.
And Hong Kong with that pretty substantial player edge now. They've got 6 on the court. We see a shot from Kwan missing in the middle toward Garza. Mexico now coming up with their plan, coming up to the line. And we see that second shot connecting with Liu. And Sherry Liu will be the first casualty on the Hong Kong side for this particular set. But Dixon knocked out as well. So 2 left for Mexico. 1 left for Mexico after Garza is unable to actually collapse on that ball. So actually, there's 1 grab made. So Hong Kong, we see Kwan putting on the pressure in the middle, draws in a shot. Bustamante skims it just a little bit short. And now again, Mexico coming up to the line. They've got 4 balls. That means it's their turn to throw. Those charge counters coming the other way. Adair not able to squeeze that one. And it looks like Solano just talking with the ref to make sure she understands what happened. And she does head out. 3 left on the Hong Kong side. Only Bustamante remaining for Team Mexico. And the talk about what happened there, Bustamante saying, I'm not sure. She got 1 ball secured in her hands, but it's hard to tell whether that was one of the incoming ones that bounced. And I think she dropped the ball she was holding, kind of spiked it to the floor. Trying to look for that catch as those balls came in. And the ref's call. No out coming out of all that.
I think Bustamante is, again, I'd like they leave her in. Well, she's going to stay in to the end. She's also a very good closer. We have not seen that here necessarily yet on this stream, but I have seen it IRL multiple times.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure on her now with her team down 3-0, but sure she's used to some pressure on the dodgeball court.
Oh, and in the face. At number 26, Kwan raising her hand up and saying, sorry.
Yeah.
I love that. I love seeing that. Yes, you can hit people in the face here, but even still, like after you get that shot, inside go, yes. And on the outside go, oh, sorry.
Yeah, we were saying at some point yesterday, the etiquette, of course, is to just kind of acknowledge, like, sorry, I got you up high.
Yeah, because you're not encouraged to throw in the face. There's no head hunting allowed. You may throw at people and hit them, but no head hunting, which would be intentionally trying to hit people in the face as a means of trying to harm them.
Yeah, even though these balls are soft, I mean, repeated shots to the head from them isn't going to feel great. So definitely not something we want to encourage in the game, and we don't really see that here.
No, we do not. Not on this level. On this level, there's never, in my years, all my years of, being at WDBF and the World Championships, I've never seen anyone just blast someone in the face and be like, yeah. That's just not how it works. Oh, a little exchange there. Catch and a hit. 2 hits. Catch on Solano, hit on Bustamante. And now we've got all 6 Hong Kong versus 3 Mexico.
And it is 4-0 Hong Kong. They've built themselves a pretty solid lead. They've had a lot of good shots, especially, I want to say, from Yan, who's been able to connect pretty often.
Was that a hit on 22? It looks like it. Yeah, back is turned. She wouldn't do that if she wasn't out. She was went straight to the back of the court instead of across, which is interesting. Oh,
big shot. Big shot onto Aguilar.
But actually, thinking about that, she probably went to the back of the court so she didn't screen her teammates. And we talked about screening earlier at the beginning of the day, but screening your teammates is walking in front of them enough to cause a distraction to where you're the distraction, they can't see a ball coming, so you walk out of the court. By the time you move, it's too late for your own teammates to react, and you've essentially gotten them out by screening them. The dodgeball technical term, screening.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's one that,
We have the mic, Terry. We tell them.
We decide what the terms are.
We decide what the terms are. You listen to us.
Rivera has a good shot going across her body on a couple of those, not able to find her targets. And now it'll be Hong Kong's turn. We have seen Rivera look for the catch. I think she's going to drop her ball and look for it here.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's her thing. She's like going to sit there and she's going to go for the catch. I mean, she'll take some shots. She's got an arm, but this is what her bread and butter is, catching. And last night she got a few, and it just like pushed her. In an exchange like that, she's getting awfully close. Like, I don't feel like she... Oh, nice.
Connecting 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Total package.
Yeah, knocking out.
Arm and catching.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of players at this level, I mean, everybody's got at least a good arm.
Oh, wow!
Beautiful shot onto Adair.
Right in the ankle biter there. That was awesome. Now it's 2-on-1. She's definitely going to go for this catch. Who knows if she's, I think she might counter and drop at the same time. Yep. They were ready for it, though.
Yeah, they may well have scouted out the style of their opponents.
I think it's, yep.
There's the grab.
Wow, there it is. And Ashley Dixon. Oh, don't get excited. The Ashleys need to work together. That was a little sloppy, but they got lucky. And there it is, Ashley Dixon with the catch and the save. Almost went through.
And
that was great.
Kwan, as she walked off, acknowledging with a thumbs up how good that play was.
Yeah, that was a great play. That was great. Yeah, good sportsmanship from Kwan. And wow, look at that. Ashley Guevara takes out 4, or it was 3? 2 hits. No, yeah, hit, and then a hit on Adair and a catch. So she takes out 4 people, bringing Nixon in to take out that last one. So 5-on-1 ended up working out. That's pretty fantastic.
That is clutch play. And now off the rush again. You see Hong Kong a little bit quicker to the balls, and they take 2 shots. This time, though. Oh, no, they did connect onto Aguilar. So Hong Kong with that good, solid rush play still.
Oh, there we go. Take 3 balls, but they're not giving proper coverage to their left side. They got Hong Kong had a very good opportunity to charge to left, but they're playing it slow and steady. This one.
Hong Kong with a more deliberate style.
Oh, a hit and an out, or a catch and a hit. Evelyn is in. Oh, Lucy Garza is also out.
I think Garza maybe hit on the ricochet off of Dixon there.
2 for 1, but that's okay because they got a catch. It's 4 against 4.
Yeah, if you are a confident catcher, it's often worth really like making sure that you can, if you need to take a hit to make a catch, I think that's generally worth it.
Yes, agreed. No, I love, and 2.
Wow, 2 hits.
So we got,
what do you love?
You, Terry.
Oh, wow.
And our viewers. I love them the most. And the catch. There we go. Yeah. She was unable. Oh, is she all right?
A little slow to get up.
She definitely hurt herself. She's limping. She's out of breath. She's limping a little bit. She's staying in because it's 4-on-1. I think they're also concerned if that catch, if she made the catch but the other ball was already in the air, it could have been a possible kill. Oh, she tried, but look at that support from Team Mexico. And they nurture their young here, and they want them to grow to be strong and loving. That was great. She tried and she collapsed herself on the bar. I think the thing is, if she gets a catch, she gets a backpack. There's a coach is trying to incentivize their new players by offering rewards for catches. I'll get the details on that later.
Motivational.
But it's really adorable. She's so excited to be here. We'll try to get her later for the gram.
Yeah.
And get you, yeah.
Meanwhile, Cheryl Ng, who did look like she was favoring her knee, maybe that knee pad sliding down when she dropped, maybe a bit of a twist. She is sitting out at this point, but she was walking under her own power. Hopefully she's okay.
She stayed in. Yeah, she's on the sidelines. I don't think you can see it on camera, but she's definitely feeling it right now.
Yeah. And in the meantime,
it's Cheryl.
That is Cheryl Ng. So one of the very few players who's playing in kind of that tennis-style sports skirt.
Oh.
It's a little bit of a different look. Oh, and that's a pop-up. That is snared. Oh, and in the confusion, though, Aguilar hit out.
Yeah.
The first play should be a totally legit ricochet catch.
Ricochet catch, that's true. Melody there just taking advantage of the excitement and confusion there, and taking that shot on Evelyn.
And we actually saw, not sure if you can see it on the camera, but one of the Hong Kong ball retrievers nearly missed a ball as it rolled slowly toward the Team Mexico side. So, and I think that one nicked Dixon. Ashley Dixon also showing, I will catch these balls. We see Mexico just very challenging sometimes. They're just daring those throws to be on the body.
They are a team full of catchers. I mean, Lucy, both Ashleys, Alexandra, Evelyn, all of them. That's like, you know, and they do have some arms too. All of those ladies can also throw, which is great. Again, you know, sometimes, but they're primary. I feel like they're stronger in the catching. They're very confident in their catching department, and so they just buckle down and go for it. Again, it's going to take more than that to do it, but see even now, like Lucy, she's just cool. Throw at me.
Yep. Adair having also just made a catch for the Hong Kong side, bringing back some support, and we see a 1-for-1 there.
1-for-1.
Aguilera knocked out. Liu as well. Hong Kong, I'm sure, totally fine with the 1-for-1s. Garza's shot skimming a little bit short. Looks like, I think Savannah Yan is the play caller on this team in these situations, and also has the finishing blow. So, nice work. Hong Kong, great execution. They figure out their plan and they deliver on it. And they have a 6-1 lead with 35 seconds remaining in the first half. And just from what we can see on the other courts, it looks to me like Malaysia up on Norway 4-0.
Oh, I think it is 6-1 now on the live. 6-1. I think our live stream is showing 5-1 on the stream. Oh no, it just changed to 6-1. So never mind. It says 6-1 now.
Looks like a false start on the Mexican side there, being called by the referees. So an update from the farthest court. Team Canada against Team Italy. Looks like it is 8-0 perhaps. Squinting a little to see that, but that is what it looks like to me.
Where is it? 8. Yes, that is 8-0 over there on Canada men's versus Italy men.
Yeah.
And on the other side, you said it's 5.
Now 5-0 Malaysia.
5-0 Malaysia over Norway. So the excitement is here on the court, even though it's 6-1. We just got a catch, and Mexico is looking to close that with 4 seconds left until 3, 2, 1, and now it goes into no blocking in the first half. Mexico has the advantage. All 6 players are still on the court versus 5 in Hong Kong. Now again, Mexico is full of catchers. I guarantee you they're probably just gonna all of them sit back and go for it. Hong Kong, obviously they can catch too, and their shots have been super accurate. But without blocking, I haven't seen this team do no blocking in a while. So
yeah,
who knows?
That does change a lot of people's instincts. I think I've only seen it once in this tournament, but you do sometimes see people. Yeah, that hit out on Dixon. You do sometimes see people reflexively reaching with the ball to block, and then realizing their mistake as it happens.
Oh, that is me every time no blocking happens. Every time. I always laugh at people when they do that, and I do it all the time. Because you're like, God damn it.
Yep. And here we see Hong Kong doing really well with those throws, and they find Guevara as well.
Melanie just hit her. Ashley Guevara not able to catch that one, not in time. Melanie's got an arm. Melanie's a very strong, dangerous, and accurate player. So and they're systematically going down the line. They're just picking targets. There's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I think the Hong Kong side has been really, really accurate with those throws. Very decisive.
I mean, they've been the aggressors the entire time. Every time since no blocking start, you can watch it. You see it. The Mexico team is back against the line, kind of going for those catch, like looking to set up for catches. But the Hong Kong team, 3 times in a row, up to the line throw, or 4 times in a row now, up to the line throw, and the Mexico team stayed back the entire time. So they maybe should have possibly put some pressure on them, if because they were effective. They're going for specific targets, and they're not. Well, that time they threw 1 ball, but generally they've been putting 2 or 3 balls on per person.
And I'm sure that time the only reason they only threw 1 is because they only had 3 balls. Otherwise, you're right, they've been throwing. Ooh.
Oh, they went down to no balls, though. Oh, we have 1. No, never mind, they have 2.
That is Savannah Yan has been the MVP of this match so far. She has been doing a ton of damage for the Hong Kong team.
Savannah, the one who came to Canada, you said earlier?
No, I don't think so anyway. Number 26, Kim Kwan, did make a visit to Toronto.
Oh, Kim Kwan, that's what you're talking about, yes.
But Savannah Yan did visit Toronto for 2017 World Championships.
Well, we were all there for that. Not all of us.
Many of us were there for that. And I think just as we shift sides here, the players are going to switch ends. And one interesting thing that I've seen players, including me, do in no blocking too, is you're holding 2 balls sometimes, or 1 ball. Something comes in on your body and you decide you can catch it. I have successfully caught a ball while holding 2 balls and then decided next time, I can do this again. It is not true. I do not recommend going for that.
I was going to say I've never successfully caught a ball, but that's not true. One time I had 2 balls in my hand and a ball came from the side and lodged into my armpit.
Still counts.
Still counts. And so I am awesome, I think was the point of that. Yeah.
For many reasons, especially that catch.
Nope, just that. Let's see. We've got... send us your messages. Yes, sorry. I have to do this earlier, but again, send us your messages on the internet.
Yeah, send them on the internet, please.
On the Instagram. I'm trying to do 2 things at once and get to your questions. But on the Instagram, do it for the gram. We have questions. You can ask us a lot of things at World Dodgeball Federation. At World Dodgeball Federation, again, on Instagram. Follow us, like us, and send me your questions. You can send us messages, or you can, in our story, if you click on our story, you can ask us questions. A few questions. The results will be online. The results are on the, I'm sorry, let me make sure I said it right. Dodgeball World Championships with an S, dodgeballworldchampionships.com. You will see live updates on the results throughout the day. We have also the schedule on there so you can see which teams will be on the stream on the main court. And we are going to do some interviews. There's bonus content on the Instagram. We're uploading some interviews as we can. The internet is slow and intermittent. So we will be uploading more interviews as we go throughout the day. We are trying to interview Canada. I've gotten a few requests for that. Their coach, Vic, is very strict about when he allows them to speak. And he's a very busy guy. They're on a very strict regiment, so I have not been able to get to them yet. Not for lack of trying, though, so please know that I'm trying to send some love over to Canada. I need to interview Italy, and I don't know, you tell me who. And Hong Kong, so which I will do after this. In the meantime, we are about to start the second half. Hong Kong up 7-1. Score just reset, but yes, 7-1.
Yeah, and off the rush again, we've seen Hong Kong connecting often. And that time we see Jasper Chan making the hit. We see Guevara trying to fight for that ball. That ball right up on the center line. And I think what we're seeing here is Mexico just trying to get themselves back onto the score sheet. They've got 1 so far. They're looking for a second. Hong Kong talking about what they want to do on defense. Mexico to the line, and we see a big catch. And an attempt to catch as well from Solano. No dice. Hong Kong back to 6. Adair in the middle this time calling the play. And Mexico no balls in hand until now. The retriever gets 1. There is 1 on the clear line. That's going to be difficult to get to as long as Hong Kong's got enough balls to to force the issue, and I think we just had a ball come over from the Malaysia-Norway game. Yeah. Bustamante being told, hey, you can't go get that yet. You got to earn that during play. Dixon as well, still on the field. Hong Kong coming up confidently. Yan's throw missing, and yeah, I think Dixon avoiding all of those. Very close to the lines, but still safe. And now the team is able to earn that center ball, and Dixon just eluding that shot from Kwan out of the corner. So now Mexico 4 balls, means that they are going to be tasked with throwing. They send a couple toward the middle, they miss, and on the back and forth, it looks like Kwan was able to connect with Bustamante and just barely staying on her side of the center line. And we see a quick shot toward Dixon that misses. And that shot blocked well. Janice So threatening a little bit before huddling up with her team. Eluding a shot. Dixon willing to play that aggressive, but now has to face another Hong Kong thrower. They have enough players to take advantage of each additional ball. And still alive. Looking for the possibility of a catch there, but nothing quite on the body enough to make that a realistic possibility. And now we see, a couple of shots connecting there. I think that was Jasper Chan's ball hitting initially, and either way, Hong Kong putting up another point. They are up 8-1. That particular set taking only 2 minutes and 12 seconds. So good pace from both of these teams. Hong Kong obviously pretty commanding position at this point. They've had the initiative. They've kind of dictated the flow of the match the whole time. And I don't know whether Mexico is doing one of their new strategies or something familiar, but either way, Mexico struggling a little bit on the scoreboard here. And they send a ball that comes over into a crowd, eliminates Cici Lai. It's always hard when there are 6 on the court. If you move laterally and someone else does too, it's unfortunately kind of easy to run into your teammates. That shot slipping just before it gets toward the Hong Kong players. And now we see them huddle up again. And yeah, despite taking to the skies, Guevara hit out. But now it is Mexico's turn. They've got that 4th ball in hand. They come to the line. And we see Adair going aggressive as well. I believe that was her ball connecting with Aguilar. Bustamante called out as well, maybe on a line violation. I didn't actually see anything hit her, but Mexico now just down to 3 after starting this point off kind of strong. And a couple of balls missing on both sides. And it will be Team Hong Kong who has to throw. They have the player edge here. And an aggressive play by Dixon, but 2 shots. Adair and Yan able to eliminate Dixon. And so now with just 2 remaining on the Mexican side, we see Garza throwing and missing.
Ooh. That almost snuck right under those balls into her stomach. Just barely missed her.
Looking catch though. Oh, that one goes off the knee. That's not one you're going to be able to catch, unfortunately.
No, that one went into the Norway court.
Yeah. It's actually one of the tricky things sometimes, keeping your knees out of the way of a ball as you try to trap it against your body.
Yes, I'll do that. I'll jump in the air and my knees will actually pop the ball away and out of where it should be to catch. It'll block the ball from going into my tummy area, which is where the catches are made.
Yeah, I'm kind of a jumper too. I can relate to that 100%. We see the aggressive move there. Yan connecting. Yeah, Hong Kong willing to embrace those charge counters as well this year.
Big time.
And able to do some damage, putting up their, I believe, 9th point. 15:29 remaining in the half.
Remember, send us the interview requests. If you have even just one question for a specific player, send it. And we can do little snippets as we go throughout the week. So I would love to start logging some questions and some things for specific players. So please send us that on Instagram at World Dodgeball Federation, so we can do that. Hong
Kong again on the rush. That one looks like it just found the feet. Aguilar checking with the referees. That was very close. Yeah, it looks like it was a bounce. And meanwhile, Mexico finding one out. Guevara also knocked out. But first they were able to eliminate Yami Liang. 5-on-5 on the court right now. We see the play call coming from the middle. Throws from the middle and the left, connecting on Bustamante. That was Adair's ball that you could probably hear on the microphones. Good solid shot from her.
Solid shot. Nice job.
And yeah, Dixon knocked out as well. Hong Kong, good powerful throws here, really dictating the pace. I think the celebration you're hearing from a far court. Team Italy notching their first point of the match against Canada. Still down 12-1, but I'm sure earning the moral victory. Adair's throw just missing. Maybe gunning for the shoulder. And she is out herself, though. So 4-on-3. See how important those counter shots are in high-level dodgeball. And that shot placed right on the mark by Janice So. And she calls the play from the middle again. They huddle up.
Oh,
close
no,
call.
She wanted that.
Wanted that backpack.
She wants that backpack.
Hong Kong seems to use the hand signals behind the ball from the center a lot more than other teams. Something that you do see tournament play sometimes. Those hand signals can let people communicate even in loud environments, but if you're not careful with them, the other team could also see what you're calling. So
I'm a big fan of the non-verbal signals. I know that sometimes that means you draw. Oh my goodness!
I think that catch is going to count. I think one of the balls may have gotten Garza as well on the shoulder, but
yeah, it did seem as if there was a hit and a catch and a hit. I think she's waiting to see if catch and an out. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she was waiting to see if the catch counted, because I think she's pretty sure it was an out. It was just that she needed to, if the ball that hit her is dead before she makes that catch, then it does not count. She's out. Oh,
great
nice
shot. Right on the knee.
On the knee. Oh, she's going to look to do what she did earlier. Are they going to let her? Backtracking.
Yeah, when she gets on a roll, she's been able to do a lot of damage.
She has been pretty fantastic in this. She went for it.
You could see that she tracked the shot from Kwan pretty well, but couldn't find it.
Yeah, I wish we had that angle. We don't have that angle from up here, and again, our monitor is itty-bitty right now. So, it would have been really cool to see if how close it got, because her back was to us. Trying to watch the monitor. It's not working. 13 minutes remain. 10-1, Hong Kong over Mexico.
Yeah, Hong Kong looking really solid.
They are. Let me see about this, the ladder, women's ladder. I mean, Hong Kong is still, Mexico is still above Hong Kong in the standings somehow, but again, the standings aren't really accurate. Oh!
Nice catch.
The standings aren't that accurate since not everyone has played each other.
Yeah, they don't necessarily give you a great picture of who the strongest looking teams are in the round robin, but as play goes on, they'll give you a better and better sense.
And you can follow that on the Dodgeball World Championships, dodgeballworldchampionships.com, dodgeballworldchampionships.com, and on our Facebook at World Dodgeball Federation and Instagram at World Dodgeball Federation.
There we see Janice So hit out. Mexico now with a player edge, something they haven't had very often in this match. And they are going to see if they can capitalize, get themselves a second point on the board. Dixon looking for that catch, but maybe reaching a little bit and skimmed out. At this point, I do think it's pretty safe to say Hong Kong are almost certainly going to take this match, but it is a long tournament. You do not want to give up momentum. You do want to make sure that you are playing to the best of your abilities at all points, and Mexico fully capable of putting a few more points up on the board here. But seeing the Hong Kong throwers looking to make that more difficult. Bustamante hit out.
3-on-3 now.
And a couple of balls shot toward Melanie Adair, who nimbly moves over to the side and avoids those.
Nimble is correct. That is a good way to describe Melanie Adair and her playing style. She is a... Oh,
big
wow, catch. Good catch, good catch.
That was, I believe, Garza squeezing that ball from Young. Young heading over to the side.
Oh, Evelyn going for that catch, trying to get that, but she did not line herself up against Melanie's throw. Taking it down to 3-2. 3 players on Mexico, 2 players left on Hong Kong side.
And there we see Kwan going low, eluding that shot. And both Hong Kong players to the line. They both throw toward the middle. The counterattack from the far side, not actually finding the mark. That was Solano trying to take the shot, but skimming it well short of the target. And one ball thrown, Adair with the return shot, but we still have a 3-on-2 in favor of the Mexican side. Now as they come up, we're going to see a counter from Kwan. Looks like she grazes Garza. Adair does not connect, though. We're down to a 2-on-2. Well played at this point by Adair and Kwan to kind of bring those player numbers back to even. And the Mexican team absorbing a bit of pressure here. Adair throwing that second ball that is easily squeezed.
Look at that.
Solano finding that one and leaving Kim Kwan alone on the court for Hong Kong.
That was a great catch by Solano. Great catch. Melanie's a powerhouse, so it's not easy.
Kwan gesturing to the ball handlers. Give me that ball. Stepping into that throw, and it's grabbed by Dixon.
Ashley Dixon, so calm, so collected. She was like, nope, this is mine. This is my time. Bringing it Mexico up to 2 games, 10-2 Hong Kong over Mexico with 9.5 minutes left. Mexico would need to win 9 games in 9 minutes. I would really like to see that. Again, not against Hong Kong, but just to see that. Today the games have been a little lopsided on the stream. Very close competition, but a little lopsided. Well, Canada, Malaysia, what was the final score on that? Do you remember? Roughly.
I think it was 8-5, so fairly close.
8-5, fairly close. So besides that, though, it has been a little bit of a big gap in between. Not to say that that score is indicative of anything. There's still good competition. Each game comes down to a few people, so the score doesn't always show you what the game was really like.
Hey, you got to watch for that, so make sure you keep tuning in here. Check out the World Dodgeball Federation YouTube channel as well.
And our Twitch channel, and our Twitch channel. And
Twitch, for sure. And plugging as well Dodgeball Canada's events, often being broadcast on Twitch over the last year.
Dodgeball who now?
Dodgeball Canada? You know, Jake, you know.
I definitely know. I love Dodgeball Canada. And follow them at Dodgeball Canada on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, they've been one of many active federations posting content and results from the tournament. And we see that last shot. Yep.
Catch by the ball retriever doesn't count.
Yeah. Yeah, so unfortunately Chan knocked off.
Immediately I get a text. You're welcome there. Shout out to Mitch, keeping us going. That was for you.
Yeah, Mitch out of Winnipeg. And you see those Mexican throws? Still being dealt with pretty well by Hong Kong. Interestingly, Kim Kwan, who was the last player remaining on the Hong Kong side last time, is currently in a ball retriever jersey behind the team. So, still staying warm. Switching sides now with one of her peers. Mexico to the line. I think their balls might have actually hit in the air too. Doesn't make them dead if they're the same team, but...
Oh, it does not in here, this sport. That's an interesting rule. In a lot of sports, if the balls hit in the air, regardless, they are dead. But if they hit in the air from the same team on the way to a player, they're still alive.
Yeah. Garza moves off the court as she was hit. And Adair and Yan putting that pressure on from the corners, but we see the call coming from the middle. Got that nonverbal hand signaling on, and nice shot right at the foot.
Yeah, that was nice.
Once again, Savannah Yan with those accurate throws, being able to eliminate her fair share of Mexican team players this time. She's rushing, goes cross court.
Oh,
nice effort.
Nice effort. Not quite humanly possible in that sense, but she tried.
But we always want to see the effort. That was some nice work.
Maximum effort. All right, let's see if Ashley can do a repeat of the earlier game. And not this time.
No, Hong Kong making sure with several throws Ashley's way.
They need to rack up those points. Both of these teams are looking to rack up points. If anything, Hong Kong is looking to increase their place in the standings. Only 4 of the women's teams will proceed to the elimination. 4 out of 8. Only half these teams will make it. So they need to be in that top 4, and that means they need to win. And when they win, they need to constantly they need to build up their points. I thought so. Ashley Guevara touching the line. She is out. The sideline ref was trying to get her attention, and she was just still pumping like ball, ball, ball. Yeah. And now they're laughing about it. Super ref Rachel Dawson over there. But yeah, the line is lava, so those back lines you can't even touch it, not with your foot. Oh, yes. That's why we have this little gray line right there to kind of give them a visual warning. It's a warning line. So if they step near that, they know they're getting close to the back.
Yeah, it can be hard in the moment to keep track of where those lines are, but overall, I'd say the players have been doing a great job in this tournament.
I can absolutely not do that. Do you play in your local league? Where's your local league, Terry?
I mostly play in Toronto.
Toronto? And in your local leagues, do you have, do you play against the wall, or do you play like this with the open back line?
There is a back wall. There's one sideline. The gym has walls on 3 sides of the court. Oh, big catch by Dixon.
Nice catch.
And unless Mark Ravi is repping, those lines are supposed to be outs. And we see a couple of shots.
Oh, a shot. Was that nope, that was not a deflection.
No, Leung hit out pretty cleanly. And Hong Kong now almost unexpected when they miss while throwing 2 balls. They've been doing a really good job at getting those shots right on target. Ooh, nice dodge.
Nice counter. Nice. Ooh, really smart look on Evelyn, but it didn't quite go where it was supposed to. Really smart move. The Mexico left themselves a little defenseless for a second, but luckily Hong Kong was unable to capitalize on that.
Yeah, exactly. They've been able to do it pretty often, but not that time. Hong Kong though, strong up to the center line. That's a big catch again by Dixon. Yet another one, padding the stats. And Yan walking off.
3 players remaining on the Hong Kong side, 5 on the Mexico side.
4.5 minutes remaining in this match.
11-2, Hong Kong over Mexico, 11-2. So Mexico just really needs to close that gap. I think at this point they need to play fast and furious. But then again, actually they don't want to widen the gap either. So maybe I'm not the one to talk to about that.
Yeah, I can see the argument made to just kind of refine what you're doing and make sure you really find your rhythm. Don't get too out of whack trying to close a gap that is basically impossible at this point.
I would say communicate, but faster.
Yeah.
Just make those decisions quick and just go for it. Hong Kong's definitely taking their time though.
Yeah, no need to rush on their side.
They still do have only 10 seconds to throw a ball or reset the clock. They only need to throw 1 ball on either side to reset the clock. But 10 seconds once the balls go over to have a throw to be thrown. Oops, nice. Oh!
Yeah, but we see a catch on the other side. Dixon eliminated, but I believe that was Solano with the grab.
Yep, trading one Ashley for another.
Yeah. That's right, Guevara returning to the...
Oh! She was just like half a second too slow. You could see her kind of see it and be like, ah!
Yeah, that was Alejandra Zapata knocked out. And now Hong Kong again going to talk about what to do. And I think, they find Garza.
We have a quick update, 17-1 on the backcourt, Canada over Italy. It looks like a rough game for Italy back there, 17-1. Speaking of rough games, we've got 13-0 Malaysia over Norway.
Yeah, so all 3 of the games happening right now, score differentials of at least 9. Guevara there was hit before she made a catch, but still, it's worth showing the other team that you are fully capable of doing that. And now we see a couple of balls heading Solano's way. Meanwhile, she'll come to the line, she'll send one, that one missing high. And that ball, I think, hitting the ground. Yep, hitting the ground, the ref's confirming she is safe. Solano challenging. As Janice So comes to the line, Solano's ball blocked. We do not see the counter taken that time by Sherry Liu. And again, still a bit of missing, but very close calls. Solano, a few of those shots sailing a little bit high. I think once your hands get a little slippery, it can be tough to keep those balls down sometimes. Solano is going to look for a catch, though. Well, if Hong Kong elects to throw anyway. They do not yet. They want to wait for that third ball to get in play. They want to wait until they've talked about how they're going to play it. They send them just stagger timing, and that second ball finding the feet of Solano, securing the point
securing
for
the
Hong Kong.
point for the Hong Kong. That is 11-2. 11-2 Hong Kong over Mexico with only a minute 30, I believe, left in the match. The clock on your screen is just slightly off. It will update in a minute, or in a few. But 1 minute 30 seconds. Mexico's got to stay alive and then win this one, or stay alive until no blocking and not give Hong Kong the opportunity to take 2 more points on them.
Yep, that plus-minus can matter as a tiebreaker, and certainly for pride it matters quite a bit.
Yes.
Hong Kong's still very quick off the rush.
Yeah, they want to pad their things. They want to keep this going. They want to try to get 2 games, and I'm sure. But both of these teams have been slow, and like these matches have not, or games have not been fast ones. So I don't see this ending in under a minute, but we'll see.
Yeah, only about.
I mean, every time I say something, the opposite happens anyway. So we'll see.
You never know. We are down late in this match. We see a lot of furious back and forth. There's a hit out on Dixon.
Hit out on Aguilar and then Dixon. 1 minute. 1 minute to go.
Yeah, Hong Kong. Oh, that ball is caught. A little bit of an awkward catch, but a successful one from Zapata. And now Team Mexico comes to the line. They miss. This 4-on-4 continues. Hong Kong again, no reason to rush it, but as we approach the final 30 seconds.
Let's see what's going to happen.
Guevara avoiding those balls as they come in.
They are still playing it really, really smart, which again is good. I am just like, go with full abandon. Let's see it. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, and there, well, one thing that happened was a hit.
That's not the worst that could happen.
5 seconds.
3.
Another catch from Zapata.
1.
Not that one.
And an out. So
still though.
Yeah, great. So it's 3 players on each side heading into no blocking overtime. 3 players, 3 balls. The court resets during no blocking. During no blocking, the ball is essentially an extension of your body.
And look how happy Zapata is over in the sideline after making a couple of big grabs to keep her team in this point.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Here we go.
Mexico to the line.
Oh, I have a feeling number 3, I believe, the one in the middle in Team Mexico. I can't see her number right now. She seems to be holding her ball out in defense. I'm afraid they're going to throw at her ball, and she's going to instinctively block.
That is Badillo. I'm sure she'll feel bad if she gets out that way. But now
she'll join the rest of us.
Yeah, exactly. And we see the counters coming from Hong Kong. That one bouncing.
She's alone. I want her to make this catch. Get that bag, girl. Get that bag.
Yeah, the ref's confirming.
She tried.
Yep.
She tried.
Looking for it.
Oh, there's still somebody. I was so focused on that.
No, Solano thought she might have been hit out, but the ref's confirming it did bounce just in front of her.
Oh, okay.
Hong Kong now on the rush.
And that's
confirm.
That's it. 13-2 final score. Hong Kong over Italy. This will definitely help Hong Kong in the standings. Or sorry, Italy, Mexico. Wow, it's time for a snack, sir. Hong Kong over Mexico. This will definitely help Hong Kong stats. It'll help push them up the bracket.
Yeah, they looked really clean. Well impressed by Team Hong Kong.
Update on the other side right now. Men's Canada is 18-1 over Italy and 15-0 Malaysia over Norway.
We're going to keep the Hong Kong rolling, too. We've got a men's match between Great Britain and Hong Kong coming up.
Awesome.
Followed by another Hong Kong women's match facing off against Argentina. That one will be at 4:30 Eastern Time.
We've got, so as we were talking about the lines earlier in our local leagues, I was going to say in my local leagues, we've got hard back walls, so there are no hard lines. And then in our USA leagues, we do have hard lines, but you can step on the line, you just can't step over. It's like American football.
Right.
So I know that our players here have some issues adjusting to that because we use the line itself as kind of a warning. You can land on it, you can touch it, but the second you go a tiny little bit over it, you are out. But here, the line is lava.
I think in a lot of the recreational leagues, they're a little more forgiving, even if those lines are intended to be outs. But
for sure.
But there's no forgiveness here. We have referees dedicated to looking at those lines and whether any part of a player collides with those lines. So
there's no forgiveness on the court here. This is the World Championships. The only forgiveness is when you forgive us for leaving you for a moment because we're going to wrap this up and be back soon. Thank you guys so much.